Aha, XTV. Me my chef for you nache ema makwaba ediba ya nopa nonsia kase so. Enna June busum ni de di kan kra e wa fempimie ne aduonu mienu no emu emra son san nsema ekoso ye manmo ni amahodo son nsem aye saka no ya bobo ni nyina no de browse anopa nonsia kase efrin campo ni mantemu pokwasi festus adun plaza building mo ene ye hwe sanson sa okopie mu e wa befo tentan kase no so a Facebook XTV GH YouTube XTV Ghana TikTok XTV 391 na nsema hodo a mede bro ene anope edosu ye ankasa na poso ne be ene se futuo akodi akwakoma NPP amanyukuo echitaifo ni penifo nyinara ese abra wo mo siesie mo ho se mo kọ akwahwe national level eye abatoi womo enya hweye papa na de yehu ye abra mo ye police station election na fence no impeso aso de ne yehu no e ma yehu enum biomom sanso ena opani ba ko bi so e de ababeto wiase NPP amanyuko no womo so pesa mo break 8 na so pesa mo break 8 ni de nyema bebre e wo hono ma e wo se womo ye ansa na mpo ometimi e break 8 na pesa mu breaking de kan se ka 7 na face so na Ghana for ye ho timi achi yo wo memo no wo mo hwenu mu siesie nyema ne no ene betimi ama wo break 8 no nsem bi kan we hu ena me de bro se anopa no nsia kase abra me Obaapa Mavis Akosua te medical se bro ma me twa me ho sima me ba medical se buei de wo mu ankasa ebema Memo kwaba ediba XTV anopa nonsia kase so NPP amanyokuo no wo mabom humodin papa beye mritia weni wo mo hyase eye efiefia bato we eye hosiesi a wo mo esiesi na wo mo de etwen afimpimie ni aduonu nan abato kase a yebeto no ewo omaigan ne mo ne sent no wo mo pempene fo mo di mo na wo mo sefata so mo di amanyuko no anim no wetimi apri akonwa no ewo NPP amanyuko no anemo na wo mo hyase no police station ahodo e no mo hyase wo mo wie no mo de ba eye mpeso so na nsen ye no mo de call mantem na baba to dwa se enche kra ye se national ankasa de no na je se wo mo de ba ba hyehyɛ so eno ba ba hwe wona womo epe mashibedwa akonwa no betimi agina amanyuko na nem wo mpeso so ahodo no etimi apre mashibedwa akonwa no na omo wie nso na kwa akopɛ nipa ko a obeto franka ede ama NPP amanyuko no ne sent no director of research edima election ema eye new patriotic party NPP osunko woko amanyuko no eye openi Evans ni mako wonom ene wodi efutuo ede ama NPP amanyuko no ese abra omo siesie omo hu a enche kra ye kiremu akita wonsabusumie mo omo ebekwa akoto aba ekwakoyi impenifo hodo a womo epre mashibedwa akonwa e mpeso aso ahodo no wo chom se wo munya hweye be papa nyema hodo bi wo se wo mu ye no wo mu ye sementi me ho ase bi ewo mu ntem a wo mo hwe se wo be siesie ni nyinara no wo chom se abatom kwa akoto ide eye fia bato kase pa no eya afimpimie ne aduonu nan edie no nti wo mo hwe se we die wo mo fa asundwe ni odo mfa nkoto aba no se na be ya kase ne padu so a wo mo ebetimi asanso edinkonim.
Prospective candidates must be circumspect in their modus operandi. The party is here to come out with rules and regulations. The General Secretary earlier issued a statement when the National Council directed that between 14th and 17th of July there will be a national conference. Until then, until the rules and regulations will be given, people may go prospecting or testing waters, but they must be mindful of their actions, as in how they go about it, in terms of how they communicate their messages, and to keep in mind that the ultimate is for the new patriotic party to win elections 2024. So any action or inaction must be measured alongside victory 2024. Prospective candidates must be circumspect in
no openi Evans ni mako no director of research election edima NPP amanyoko no na yento akase no se national chairman edima Progressive People's Party PPP Nana Ofori Owusu wono so edi ababetodwa SS NPP amanyoko no se wo mo pese wo mo break 8 ni dia ende we die futu okitwe bi no pese wo de ema wo mo enhwe se ansa na mpo metimi e break 8 no Ghana fo ya sitnemo yesi kasam ejuma nema hodo esefata se Ghana fo ye hu betimi ahen ewo man mo no sanye menyina yensa entiminka na fenso no wo mo ankasa amanyoko no mente me ho ase ne pinti we yetimi we aka me bia ewo mu biera no wo mo hwe so mbesi sisa ne me no wo mo ye dia ende wo betimi e break 8 na wo mbese wo break no.
By breaking the 8, and I know for sitting here, naturally I will not be in support of breaking the 8. By the very virtue of my position as the chairman of the Progressive People's Party. But I am saying that if you are going to break the 8, you cannot buy your way through. The people must fall in love with what it is that you have done, as Prof is saying. And if the people have not fallen in love, but they have contrary views, the matters of corruption, in Ghana, the issue of a forest being given to people before EI has been signed by His Excellency and people owning. There are issues which are plaguing the people's mind. And I am saying that the process in which we are going through is not that easy of a process. The communication must be able to tell us that what we are hearing is not so, and that swift actions are being taken. There has been no government that has not been faced with corruption in this Fourth Republic. But how you deal with it and the response is very important to the people. And so in breaking the 8, or desire to break the 8, good governance must reign supreme, must continuously reign supreme, and Ghana must be seen that it is a Ghana for us all, irrespective of where you come from, where you are, what your thoughts are. And we must embrace each other in such a way that people do not feel so tremendously disadvantaged in the policies and implementation of government. So once again, the people's process that they have undertaken, we compliment. The post-event analysis, we wait to see what will happen. In buying your wife, in getting the wife, you must decide whether you're going to buy a wife or you're going to convince the person that you are the best person. And so we need to make sure that all these things are very at our forefront of our thinking, and we move on as a people. By breaking the 8, and I know for sitting here, naturally I will not be in support of breaking the 8.
Na just Nana Ofori Owusu wono ene dwemteni edima Progressive People's Party PPP ene wono so wetimi achire na dwen ediafa NPP amanyoko no breaking the 8 na womo edi bom ho safo hene no wachire na dwepa edi afa ho yento akase no so enko yenimai na eye franketuni edima National Democratic Party NDP eye Nana Kunedu Agimai Lawrence Mr Boom eye ni yure ni chuchomucho eno no wono so edi nsem bia ba betodwa e kamia se enchekran ye kwa akoto aba waye krado pass wono so ebesanso ejina biom ni senti no wodi atodwa se bibi ekoso ewo manmo eye amamra no nyeme bi wo hono ma wasa yetimi hwe ne yensanso ehwe mu biom ebi ene se mahye bedwafo yesanso ya ponte wo mo emo mu dibre se asoafo ewo manmo no sa mra no ewose yesanso ehwe mu biom.
We cannot have a separation of powers of the Constitution. To have the executive, the parliament, and what else? And the judiciary being independent. When in the parliament, half of them become part of the executive, when this was drawn out, I remember very well that those who were helping to draw out the constitution, every evening they'll come and tell me, oh, this is what we discussed, the ladies who were there. And I'll look at it and I'm like, this is a bit of a contradiction. You cannot have people who are in parliament becoming ministers. Then how do they check the executive? How does the executive then check the parliament? No, you cannot have this. So I remember I wrote a memo to the group that was putting out the constitution. I got insults. Yes. Am I a lawyer? No, I'm not. But common sense tells me that you cannot mix the two. One should be independent of the other. We cannot have a separation.
No, Nana Kunedu Ajimai Lawrence. So, man, penny the da when yani baby ako a Lawrence, ni yewe ni chucho mucho enono, and I want so etime atre na adweno. Enchire ako edia kwako ma wona. One more Elsheni Passa Yarisabia, na fence na humijibia, one now one more a year juma e honomo, sempo se earthquake be as supposed to be a man in hominiswa, Koyon Befaso etime edia soni nina anom, na yenem passa yese ukopiemo, e wo wager bawia e yadia, esan is a mount for be e ye, as a sanya, e two anua pa e honomitino, earthquake no as no, et esipa e honomini sentino, in penny4 dia far to who say, cheche, for come be fast to same bimpo ebi esia se kwan be fast so etimi asoni nyina anno na abra sanchechre no ekoso no director of inspection edima National Disaster Management Organization Richard Amuyanti wono echechre womo ese
our ideas because we are within the radius, the impact radius we fall within our ideas.
Entino Richard Amu wono ena wetime akasa no na enu echi eye municipal fire officer ewo weja eye DO1 Isaac Sa wono so e kan say etwaso
our ideas because we are within the radius, the impact radius we fall within.
Participants were also taken through safe escape tips in the event of an outbreak. Municipal Fire Officer for Wager, DO1 Isaac Sa.
Na chese odi beche yense yentimi enya Isaac Sa ni foni no entimi ambo amfama oyanto akase ne so na yenko yenim na best farmer nipa wono afimpimie ni edu mie no yebo na baso se omaimu nyina wonu ne kwieni a wabɔ ne homodin papa wabɔ edwuma wodi aba betudwa ese asembi ikoso wo mega ne mu a wodwiri ho kra wonte ase Ghana omampani na afenso no asoye no na ehwe ekwayo ne edwane ho nsam so edi aba betudwa se edwane wo ho na edwane ebusu wo twem se eyo mutachire makeke na omode kasa se na omo ka no eje sa akra na wo mamu nyema bebre ekoso ewo ekwadwuma mu a twese empanifo no wo mu hyedam pese wo mu ebeka so wo mu nimu mponso na wo mu pese wo mu beji edi ato wo se afede wo mu abre wo mu jaisa anu na wo mu de kasa no wo mu nye edwuma
Osha said the cane no manfo bebre na ewo anidaso ewo Ghana aduane ene wo nkuaye mu a sesi adasa anidaso no Ghana fo bebre na ene etwemu se eni ho no mu biem esanse said the cane no na kuaye ho nsam te ewo Ghana no asesa kra na kuafo bebre na ensam a woka ne se Ghana ban emakua ehia no ne sent na Ghana aduane a na sesa afi biara wonya no eso ate opanyina afi apemienu ene edumienu mu wonya best farmer ewo Ghana hanoma le mokwashima ate ede nsem at Ghana ban animu se when jaisa de bia da wakasa na wonhwe se Ghana kua obeye niye esanse aduane ho nsam de sisi ada eho ayeden pa
esanse se manfa emu ambremu a manfa tomato ambremu a manfa jeni ambremu a mundidi sesani akwa me nkruma ye silos e wotema a otimi di create artificial shortage se ne ya we raise prices no yenzu ebi betu yen se yan sorry yam produce money benye bieti ye de bi bekọ amanoni edi agi foreign exchange that could be no se Burkina Faso no nso create silos na ultimate treating tomato ye Nigeria ye na ebedu baby we will lose control completely over our economy enti ya di e wo se ye nyina ye de ye ni ekoho eyie pa
enu achi no wadi nsem bi to ewo okwan ahodo a Ghana ban efa so a biaye ene aduane ho nsem betumpon ewo man Ghana mu.
The government can do the same thing. It's like you are topping up and then then now you assign them roles to play for you in the country. But best farmers now my fee says somebody at $100,000 per month. Would you say whether you are monitored the LDO now but fine say boy abaso and fine say the government should make us developmental partners.
Wosha said the kane no manfo bebre na ewo anidaso ewo Ghana aduane ene wonku ayema sesi adasa anidaso no Ghana fo
ente no nipa wono afempimi ani dumienu ye bo na baso se kwani wabo ne homodin pa ena wetimi akyerɛkyerɛ sɛ na aduane sefa ɛkɔ ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu na yanto akase no so ye kyerɛ mu akɔpie mu ɛwɔ fraumante mu abofre bi bam abemmo abi a kyerɛ sɛ ye kyerɛ mu a ɛyɛ lighting yi bi etimi ekunu la aplana bi etimi ekunu ne senti no ebusuafo ne kromafo no wɔn abom homɔden a wɔn se wɔn kɔ no gokpo ɛkɔ akɔhwɛ shrine honum akwa ko bisa na eti enda muso a sa plan na no etimi ekuma bofa ketwa no.
The fact is, when it comes like this, we have to find out what happened. So we've sent delegates to the south, where we believe they know something about this tender. So we are waiting for their arrival before we know what yesterday. Yes, when we called this morning, they said they were going to the shrine. So they'll go and consult them, then they know what to do before they come back.
Entino abofrano ni grandfather ni nana ena wetimi akasa wo cheche mu se womo ene de ya womo ko no gokwa akwa bisa ne na musonti aprana etimi ekuma bofra ketwa etisa na menjira womo nsemusi ne na no pe kase amede bre no mfeli nyina mfensi aseda kase nkonfa ma se wonya bre ni adaje na wo hwe XTV anopa no nsia kase ohumi live wo Facebook XTVGH na nsem nyina ye wi ane abore nyina bede o YouTube obinye bi akohwe o hwe na wo like na wo comment na wo share mafofro nsonsa etimi asobe so ena no pe wona omugina camera na chi emame ya DJYS abra faith nsom etan na chi twa metu mo MC aho Bismarck abra Alonso etan na chi se pintim nipa okunchi nsem nyina gu krata so emame mambekin kan edima wo Zinab Hassan na mi amikin kan edima wo nso Obaapa Mavis Akosua Atta na me bisa o say ena no pe dwumedie biara a wo die biara no ehu behia so be ma mafo hu wechira kwan no metimi ne o edi dwa se wo hye baabi na wa mbo wedwuma no wudewura ebe de na mafo hu wedwuma kwa wo ye inti de bia ne say XTV wo be frɛ marketing team no be ba wo nchen na ya ba behwe adwuma no bebi ewo ne abo hu de road amo mamafo nso ehu wechira kwan frɛ ye ewo 0204 700404 0204 700404 ena no pay me makeup name afa me hair me miti ye chichi beauty parlor wono ena ye miti ni me makeup fefe ede emame ye hia ne se obefre chichi o se bebi owo bia sa engagement wedding okwakoye dwumedie bi okwakodi a open makeup anapose opese wo ye wuti no wo de frɛ no beba wonchen wo be ya ma frɛ no ewo 0547 254078 0547 254078 aha ena medika se ni nyina ese meda wase emamu ene hwe me sorry sweedie ese agudie mu nsem menua bema microphone Atta want waye krado papa wo de ebro titemu kuchu na twen no oba